Surah Az-Zumar chapter 39, the crowds, was then revealed, pointing directly to migration and stating that the earth is spacious enough and the believers must not consider themselves constrained by the forces of tyranny and evil. Good is the reward for those who do good in this world, and Allah's earth is spacious. So if you cannot worship Allah at a place, then go to another. Only those who are patient shall receive their rewards in full without reckoning. Al-Quran 39:10. The Prophet, PBUH, had already known that Ashayman-Negus, king of Abyssinia, Ethiopia, was a fair ruler who would not wrong any of his subordinates, so he permitted some of his followers to seek asylum there in Abyssinia, Ethiopia. In Rajab of the 5th year of prophethood, a group of 12 men and 4 women left for Abyssinia, Ethiopia. Among the emigrants were Uthman bin Affan and his wife, Ruqayya, the daughter of the Prophet, PBUH. With respect to these 2 emigrants, the Prophet, PBUH, said, "They are the first people to migrate in the cause of Allah after Abraham and Lot, AWS. They sneaked out of Makkah under the heavy curtain of a dark night and headed for the sea, where 2 boats happened to be sailing for Abyssinia, Ethiopia, their destination. News of their intended departure reached the ears of Quraysh, so some men were dispatched in their pursuit, but the believers had already left Shaiba port towards their secure haven, where they were received warmly and accorded due hospitality. In Ramadan of the same year, the Prophet, PBUH, went into the holy sanctuary, where there was a large host of Quraysh polytheists, including some notables and celebrities. Suddenly he began reciting Surah-Un-Najm, chapter 41, the star. The awe-inspiring words of Allah descended unawares upon them, and they immediately got stunned by them. It was the first time for them to be shocked by the truthful revelation. It had formerly been the favorite trick of those people who wished to dishonor revelation, not only not to listen to it themselves but also to talk loudly and insolently when it was being read, so that even the true listeners may not be able to hear. They used to think that they were drowning the voice of Allah. In fact, they were piling up misery for themselves, for Allah's voice can never be silenced, and those who disbelieve say, "Listen not to this Quran, and make noise in the midst of its recitation, that you may overcome." Al-Quran 41:26. When the unspeakably fascinating words of Allah came into direct contact with their hearts, they were entranced and got oblivious of the materialistic world around them and were caught in a state of full attentiveness to the divine words, to such an extent that, when the Prophet, PBUH, reached the stormy heart-beating ending, "So fall you down in prostration to Allah and worship Him alone." Al-Quran 53:62.